to try to pull up comments on my YouTube, and then we're going to jump right into, we're going to make a swag that's meant for like a wall or an arch. And this is all a part of my Free Friday feature. I do it every Friday. Most of the time it's live. It can be recorded, but it's all on how to be a BOHO BadA. So we talk all about boho when it comes to home, holiday, and event decor. So let me get some comments pulled up. If I can, I'm gonna try. If it works, great. And if not, we try. Okay, I can actually see it. All right, so hi Mary Ellen. So when you come in, if you want to tell me hi, that's great. I'd love to see you and say hi. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I would try to pull it up on my iPad, but it seems like every time I pull anything up on my iPad, it's always frozen. All right, so tonight we're gonna do, like I said, a swag, and it's gonna be more for like, you know, when you've seen those swags that are just kind of like, you know, say you have like your sofa set up and then you have something kind of set up above it, or you walk into an entryway and say, you know, you have like maybe the two matching lights on, or lamps on like a console table, and you want something to go above it. At a wedding, it can be on the altar, it could be on the back of pews, it can be, if you do the arches, it can be what goes on the arch. So very versatile piece, but it's mostly meant for walls, arches, things like that. Not so much like a door, so it's not that kind of a swag. All right, so we're gonna use, most of our airy elements are actually going to be fall items from Hobby Lobby. And I did that on purpose because fall items are getting ready to get marked down to like 60%, right? That's usually Hobby Lobby's mojo. Christmas is already 50% off. Fall is only 40. They're getting ready to start to mark this stuff down. So things like this, like some of this airy, I don't even know what you would call this. They feel like paper flowers, but I love this. This is exactly the kind of look you would want in like a boho-y kind of look. And then this is Pussy Willow. So I love these. Now, you know, Dollar General sells these at a great price point too, but Hobby Lobby has these on sale. So these can give us the same look, and these aren't really fall, you know, they're in a cream beige. So look at some of your seasonal items that are running on sale, soon to be clearance and discount, because you can pick these up and you can reuse them in a look that doesn't look like fall. Right? And then we'll do the same thing around Christmas. Same concept. Hey Lori, what's up? Hey Mason. Hey Robin. Hey. Crew was gonna come live with me tonight. He went shopping with me. I had a couple orders and I had a couple things I needed to get. So he went with me and he found a diamond painting that he wanted to do. He's like, oh, I've been thinking about that. So he gets it home and I don't know what happened, but whatever the wax, I've never done a diamond painting before, but whatever the wax thing is that you put the stick on to make the little diamond stick to the wand is gone. So he has lost his mind and now he's like, forget it. So he was all excited. So anyway, he's out there. He's super mad. For some reason, you thought I was going live on no time. Well, I have an order, and if I'm not too tired, I mean, I leave for the airport Sunday morning at like 2:30 in the morning. Tomorrow's Crew's birthday. We're doing bowling and dinner. I haven't even packed yet. So, you know, just like natural, easy girl math at time. I don't have a whole lot of it. So I'd love to get this swag made, and I'd love to put my music on and hop on over to that platform and make that swag. So, hey Robin, how you doing, lady? Don't worry about it. We'll see. All right. Robin, I am so glad to hear everything is good. Anybody else checking in from the Florida area? Robin is in Florida, and She said that she had minor damage, like trees down and stuff. So thank goodness. So, phew, gosh, you hear all the news and stuff. It's just not fun. Not fun. All right, so we're gonna go in first with just some sage color ficus, which I know, yes, is not kind of like a natural element, but it's okay because it's sage. It's gonna lend that like soft look of leaves behind kind of the backdrop, right? So this part here we're gonna do with zip ties, and the rest we're doing all with hot glue. This is the same thing. I've shown this quite a few times on most of the swags that I've done. So I lay this down on the spine of the greenery swag, right? So I layer it in, and then you can see I'm starting to bring up some pine tines that I'm gonna twist around some of the stem, right? I'm not clipping anything off until I get it all laid in there. And then I just see where things kind of stick out and need to be trimmed and all of that, right? But at first, we're just laying it in there to get a nice base. So same thing, bring these pines up. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and twist this. I like how it's sitting. So you just twist it like bread ties, just to add a little layer of, you know, security. You could even go behind those ties with a little bead of hot glue if you were really, really untrustworthy. But generally speaking, this is all you need to do. And then I usually bring up a few pieces just to blend it together. But also when you're adding in all that glue, it's nice to have some of these pieces up and not mushed down, because your glue will just start piling up. Okay? So if you still look to the back, it still has a really nice base back there, right? But if you look to the front, we've kind of woven in some of those elements, right? And we're gonna keep this look. So I'm not building this to go up and down like a door swag. I'm building this more to go like this, right? So I'm almost gonna bend it a little bit. You know, it's just a different look, right? So it's not, again, meant for the door. It's meant more for an accent, a wall, a pillar, anything like that. All right, I'm good with this. I might come back with some clipped up ficus, but for the most part, I'm just using it for a base, and I'm okay with this. Actually, no, I'm gonna add in a couple of pieces right there. Now that I bent it, I see some spots. So what are y'all doing on this Friday night? Lori, what are you making? You still doing Christmas? Tell me what y'all are doing. You just got the car stuffed and you're stuffed. You ready for your show? Good luck, Mason. I'm sending you all the good mojo. I hope you sell out. I hope you sell out. All right, I am gonna use glue on this. I haven't gone in with my zip ties yet. I'm actually not using glue. Take it back. Takes it back. All right. And I haven't used anything but the pine tines so far, so I am gonna go in with some zip ties. That's why I was like, oh, you know what? I haven't used zip ties yet. Let's use those. So I needed to fill in that spot there. Let me get those zip ties. Just see like 3, maybe 4. Okay. So I'm just gonna find a spot here that I can grab all of those stems and tie them together. Oh, it's Christmas and a huge, oh, and you get to present. You hope you can fit it in the car. You can fit it in the car. We are crafters. We are masters at things like Tetris. See, these are skills that get us through moments like this. So I believe in you, Mason. I believe in you. And if not, then I believe in your MacGyver skills that will then lead you to an alternate solution, which will still get you to the show with the garland. You know what I mean? Like, I believe this. I believe this. All right, I'm gonna do the same thing. I see like a little bit of, it's bare here. Not down here, but right here. I think I'll use this whole stem. I was gonna clip it up, but I think I'm gonna use the whole stem. All right. So my Hobby Lobby has more Christmas in there. Good stuff. Good stuff. I picked up some stuff tonight. I was really, really pleased. Just excited. I'm excited. Finally getting excited about doing some Christmas stuff. I was kind of dreading it, but I'm getting excited. And as I was walking in, I love when I come up on that couple where, like, you know, she's all excited to see the Christmas, and he goes, "Oh my word, we haven't even had our turkey yet." I'm like, I married him. I'm married to that guy. I'm still plotting and scheming on how I'm gonna get my Christmas tree up before Thanksgiving. Every year I plot and scheme. I never win. Maybe I should go on strike, like a cooking strike. Be like, oh yeah? Well, I can't make dinner then. How about that? Right? I don't know. I don't think that'd go over well. He hopes he can fit it in the car. Oh, you already got the Carla in the car. Oh, you mean you can fit in the car. Oh. Well, go gadget arms and legs, Mason. I don't know, friend. I don't know. I mean, all the important stuff is in there, right? You're at the age you buy because you love it. You sell some and keep a lot for your poor kids. I love that, Mary Ellen. I love that. Whatever makes you happy. You know what I mean? That's what's the important part. Like, are you smiling? All right, then. All right, so we got our nice little base here. So let's go in and let's add some of this airiness. And we'll come back. We'll do some of this dried palm, and then there you go. We'll add in a couple of flowers. You may have to ride on top, and it's only like 5 miles away. Or you could push it. You could totally push it. Like, is there any hills, uphill, downhill? You know, anything like that? You got like a scooter where you can like ride beside it and like push. You know, like put it in neutral and like push from the rear view mirror or the side mirror. I don't know. I'm trying to help you out. A tow strap on a scooter. I don't know. You sent a request for a special one. You did? Oh, okay. You are blessed. Oh, I know. I'm so glad to hear that. Hey, Michelle. I'm so glad to hear that. You know, you hear a storm like that coming through, and it's like, oh my gosh. And you know, when you're dealing with hurricanes and you've been through them, that no matter how much they're predicting and all the models, there's still always this chance, chance. So they're just very scary. And then what's really scary is what comes after them. You know, you think, oh, in the hurricane part, but it's, all those tornadoes and things like that spin off, they're just crazy. So I'm just so glad that, y'all can take a hot second anyway. I know you got more storms coming at you. You didn't even have room for your table. Oh, well, you know what? Wait, you said it's 5 miles away, so can you do 2 trips? I feel like you need to do 2 trips. I feel like you need to do 2 trips. Maybe, another idea. Put it all in a wagon, the stuff that doesn't fit inside, like, and then drive. It's 5 miles, right? 5 miles. Just leave earlier. And drive with your arm out the window, dragging the wagon. Don't do that, Mason. Don't do that. You'll get pulled in. Don't do that. I actually forget. Yeah, exactly. You could do 2 trips. How did you forget, Mason? Like, what? Like, get up, all bright-eyed, chipper, all bright, all bushy-tailed, and go get your coffee, go over and do your 1 trip, then come back, get yourself together, do your hair, you know what I mean? Get ready to be extra, and then go back with your table and stuff. 5 miles you make. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. You could probably see me do it. Yes, you're pumpkin hunting. You were. Aw. I love that. Hey, Mel. What are you doing? And she found her pumpkin too. Lord have a mercy. That was funny. Between the two of us. That was so funny. I'm glad that you did get it though. I was like, what? You know what though? I thought about that white label, and I bet whatever, maybe it was like a substitute driver or something, right? Like not your norm. But I bet whatever, when you weren't, or when he thought, maybe he didn't even try to deliver it. That's another thing. Maybe he had a hot day. Here's what probably happened. Here, what had happened was, let's break it down. I'm a conspiracy theorist. Let's break it down. What had happened was that driver had a hot date. Maybe it was like his anniversary with his wife. He had probably been coming home like late from work, you know, probably been grumpy. And he was like, if I don't get home to take her out to this dinner for our reservation, she is gonna kick me out. So he was like, here, what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna slap these here stickers on all these last bits. I'm gonna take it up to the CVS and be like, undeliverable. So you missed out on your pumpkin for a little while, but I bet we saved a marriage. I bet we did. I'm joking, I'm joking. But doesn't it make it more fun when you think about it like that? I think it makes it more fun. Y'all, Mel is with Surrey Circle Home, and I did that pumpkin, that black and white pumpkin. That was the Surrey Circle pumpkin. I shipped that to her in August. She just got it today. And neither one of us thought anything of it until I got I sent her a label for something else to come back. And I got a refund for the label, and I was like, what? And then she was like, wait, what? And I was like, wait, what? So anyway, here is that. It's great. It's great. We found it. It's fantastic. Case off. Case off. Case off. You know, don't listen. Don't ever put a woman on the case. She will solve it. I'll tell you that. She'll solve it with extra details you did not need, but find interesting. Am I right? Or am I right? I'm down. All right, we're just gonna go in. We're gonna alternate this around. We're gonna make a little shape. I want it a little more like it comes out like this and a little more like this. So we're not gonna do an even Annie. So it's gonna be, like I said, out like this, down like this. So let's bend this a little bit like this. There we go. Anyway, you're back. The internet's being flaky. Listen, Mason, my mind has been flaky. You want to know what's been flaky? Is my mind. My mind. I went today after work. I went and met at our local United Way. They're having a big gala, and I'm going to help them do some of their decorations. So I went there to kind of see what they had, you know, see if I can help them get some of the things they need. And get ready to leave, and Crew's like, where are you going? I was like, oh, I'm going into Salisbury. So I'm just alternating this around. He's like, well, I want to go. I'm like, you do? He was like, yeah. I was like, okay. So he came with blanket and all. It's still like 70 degrees here, y'all. He did not need his blanket, but he's like a Linus. So look, so see how we built the, whoo. Now we're going to do it back down here. You think you have, oh, what was that? Let's put this over here so I can see it better. That one, oh, the greener, great, wait. Oh, yep. I think so too. The plaid on your grapevine. You're right, you're right, you're right. When you're on the Tic Tac. Yes, I agree with you, Mason. I like that farmhousey look. It had that vibe. It was definitely giving me those feels. It was definitely giving me those feels. I think people kind of are, you know, I think that, you know, I know we as people that make it, you know, we've heard farmhouse for years, but you gotta figure when people start to buy and invest in that stuff in their house, it's a lot of money to change it all up after just a year or two, right? So even though we're like, oh my gosh, we're so tired of making farmhouse, I mean, people still buy. So like that's where you like modern it up, or, you know, like match it up with something else, you know, something else that is trending. So like the mushrooms are trending right now. So kind of that rustic-y vibe, right? So then match it up and like merge in farmhouse with some of that rustic. So then that way somebody that already has that farmhouse in their house and they want to add some of the newer trend, they can be like, they can picture it together. Do you know what I mean? Because we're makers and creators, so we can picture it together. We can be like, oh, well, the black and white in this picks up the black and white in this, but not everybody else sees it that way. They have to have it. So that's another thing to do too. I'm telling you, those mushrooms, they're all over the roof. Like, who would have thought mushrooms? The Smurfs would have thought the mushrooms, right? Am I right? Because they're the ones in Walmart look like the Smurf mushrooms. I'm like, what? Your mind was messy today. You made one wreath and went back and forth. The next one spent 30 minutes changing your mind. But you know what? You made something. And you said that that's your goal every day, is that you made something, and you did. So don't beat yourself up. I know how you are, Lori. I know how you are. Every day you're making something. Okay, Garrett's home, and Crew's going to be excited about it. So you're probably going to hear that. He's over his diamond painting, though. That's good. I'm telling you, he was mad. He was like, I want you to call that store and you tell them that they gypped me out of my sticky wax or whatever that stuff is. And I was like, but I don't know that because you opened it up without me here. Like, what if it's stuck to something? What if it's in the trash can? Like, what if, like, I don't know. I don't even know. And I've never done diamond painting before. If I'd have known that, I would have picked up like an extra, you know what I mean? So anyway, it's all right, because I told him like tomorrow, it's his birthday tomorrow. Like tomorrow when we go bowling, I'll take you, we'll get a different one. I was like, we'll get an extra and a better wand, because this wand is dinky. It's dinky. So I was like, and then he was like, but you're probably not gonna go live. And I was like, well, if you want me to go live so that you can do your diamond painting, I will go live on my Facebook page and you can just do your diamond painting and I'll read comments. So then he goes, he does this when he's mad, he still looks up from his eyes like this, like his slats of his eyes, he'll look up at me, he'll go, he said, I'm still mad. I said, okay, well, just think about it. I'm still mad. The other night going back and forth, oh, I know, just like the gnomes, who would have thought, oh, I know, see, yeah. I've had all of these like really, really nice poinsettias, like velvety ones and like these burlap ones, and they're really pretty. For whatever reason, I don't know, all of a sudden, I'm not into poinsettias. Go figure, I don't know. But I was like, you know what, Heather, you know, that's you. Like, you don't want to point, because I have poinsettias that I usually put on my tree and stuff like that, and like last year I didn't put them out. I'm talking about for me. So I was like, that's you. Like, you have all these beautiful poinsettias and all these gems and stuff to match it. You're making stuff. So I got a bunch of stuff out the other night to make it. You're loving it. Thanks, Robin. So, oh, bless. Anyway, he's very excited to see his brother. He's so excited about his birthday. He's told everybody and anybody he has seen today. And now tomorrow he gets his hair cut. Normally he won't get his hair cut on any day other than Tuesday. His haircut has to be done on Tuesday. But It's his birthday tomorrow, so he said he's gonna go get his haircut tomorrow because he's okay that Miss Betsy sees him on his birthday. Cracks me up. So there we go. All right, let's go in with the palms. Let's get these started. And then we'll build out our flowers because honestly, there's not much to this. Like I said, the concept is to show you that we can use fall-like items that are going to be, they're on clear. I mean, they're not on clearance, they're on 40% off, but you know that the 60% is coming. So let's get some ideas of how to use it. And Michael's already has their fall half off, so Michael's is giving you a better deal. I have these eucalyptus pieces too. So we're gonna work these in, and they're just various eucalyptus, flat leaf eucalyptus, silver dollar eucalyptus, right? They're just, I've saved them from various projects, right? Oh, we're gonna throw that out. And then, so let's do this palm. Let's see where we wanna place it. Those things don't sell well for me. You're making, wait, these, the palms, these don't sell well for you? Or you mean these things? What doesn't sell? I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna do like, I'm gonna mix these up. I'm gonna kind of go here with like a little cluster of them. And then I think I'm gonna reverse it. Or I could keep the same pattern. Let me see what it looks like reversed. I got more over here. I could keep the same pattern. I'm gonna go ahead and clip these down. That's what you're talking about, gnomes. I don't do gnomes either. I have a friend that makes the cutest handmade gnomes. I mean, I absolutely love her gnomes. I personally don't make them. I don't sell the whimsical stuff very well. It's not what my customers come to me for, right? And I learned, you know, I used to want to try all the things. We've talked about this in the crew that I teach in. I used to want to try all the things and I just would make it and then, you know, it sits in my shop. And those attachments are expensive. They are expensive and they should be. They're handmade. They're beautiful attachments, you know, and those designers that make that, they deserve to charge for their time and their work and all that too. I get it. But I'm just saying, you know, to pay that and then plus all the stuff you put in it and it to sit in your shop for over a year, like, I think I like them alternated. Okay, crew. So, it just doesn't sell for me. So, you know, like, I just have accepted that people are known for that and they sell it really well. I'm not, right? I'm probably going to shut my door here because I can already tell he's fit to be tied. All right. So I'm thinking this in here with this. Kind of, yeah. And we'll do like flowers in her hair, flowers everywhere. You bought some gems too, and you're taking them back. I've not bought any gems at all except for from Mel. I bought the black ones, and Mel, I need more because I just got an order for a swag with black gems in it. But other than that, I have 2 boxes of them. And I am struggling visualizing things with them. Like, I'm just, you know, I don't know. It's just not, I don't know. It's like my mind just doesn't go there. So I've already decided I'm not buying anymore unless somebody places an order for something like the one for the black ones, right? And I'm using what I got, and that's that. Like, I mean, I know, like, we get all into the fads and stuff, but it's just not, I don't know, not worked for me. So, I'm gonna take the hint. Right? What Lori, right here in the comments, Lori Perkins, her
business is Hey Mom Creations. Or you have a YouTube channel. I know she has a Facebook page and Instagram and all of that. She makes the most beautiful grapevine wreaths, y'all. Like, the most beautiful. Like, I'm telling you, hands down. When you see her grapevines, like, you know it's a Lori Perkins wreath. But we talk about this kind of stuff. When you sell something, she says, she used to say, especially in the beginning, earlier on, she would message me and she'd say, congratulations, now make it again. Like saying like, okay, you sold it, now make it and sell it again. I was like, okay. Okay. Friends, we need people like our Lori's, right? I've always called Lori my muse. Because I could make something on a live and she'll message me and she'll be like, I predict that's going to sell. And hands down, that would sell that night. I'm like, how do you do that? She's like, I don't know, I just know. Like, I love you. All right. Oh, I think that's so cute. So look what we got going. Right? So pretty. So pretty. Love it. All right. No, and you still say that. I know. And when the new people come in the crew and they'll message me all excited. I mean, it sold. And I'll say, and what does Lori say? And I have them quoting you. I love that. They're like, okay, if it sells, make it and sell it again. I'm like, that's right. I love it. It's great advice. And I know that it seems like, you're like, oh, hello, that's so obvious. But no, when you're a creator, your mind is all over the place. Your mind is moved on to the next color, the next season, the next best thing, But Lori keeps us grounded. All right, I'm just working in this eucalyptus just to have, there's a lot of of that cream and all of that. And yes, we've got the sage and the ficus, but the eucalyptus is a little more natural looking. So we want that to be more on the top and more what you see, right? So we're just sprinkling that around, dipping the ends in hot glue. And I'm making sure that those ends feed into these right here, the pine tines. You rarely do, you rarely do the fad. You're right, Lori, you don't. You have learned that it doesn't serve all of the, I'm learning. I'm definitely learning. And there's a fruit fly. Oh, Lordy, have a mercy, a fruit fly. I'm about tired of a fruit fly. I don't know about anybody else. All right, let's go up here. We're gonna do the same thing. Just mixing this eucalyptus. And right now I'm just using this flat leaf eucalyptus. But then I'm gonna mix in some of the other ones. People like Christmas. And we're like, put it out in July. I know. That's why I got so tickled by the older couple tonight when she was all excited. She went right for the pillows too. I was like, oh, I get you. And he was like, Christmas? We haven't even had the turkey. I was like, oh, my word. My pup would say that right now. Well, my word. We haven't even had a candy yet. Oh. But you're right. See, us as makers, we want it out now. And in fact, Cruz said the same thing. Christmas? I said, hey now. I said, Mommy's been making Christmas for a while. They're like, what? Because he's just like his dad. I'm not allowed to put it out. And that's what he told me. He's like, you can't have a Christmas when it's spooky season. I'm like, spooky season. All right, we're clipping this up. This is just more of like a richer green eucalyptus. And I'm going to sprinkle this around here where we're about to add in those flowers, because that's going to be pretty. that was Garrett. I can tell his feet. I ran into, so when I was in like kindergarten and first grade, second grade, third grade, I went to like elementary school in our little town, and my very best friend, her name was Brandy, and she was, yeah, either I was at her house or she was always like at my house or at my grandparents' house. And so I ran into her tonight at Kohl's, and it was so funny. It's so cute to like, and then of course, you know, we went to high school together too. I went to private school in between, but as soon as I got to high school, it kind of like picked back up, right? We weren't as close because, you know, like she was more into like some of the different sports and stuff. I was riding horses, you know what I mean? And that's very time consuming, but we were friends. Always have been friends. So anyway, we were reminiscing. She was like, remember that time when we made eggs when we were probably in like first grade. We were making eggs at my house, and we caught my kitchen on fire. It's funny now. It wasn't funny then. You went to Kohl's? I went to Kohl's. That's where I was. I was getting, I went to Salisbury to get stuff. Crew was with me, but he didn't want to go in, and Garrett calls me. He wanted sweatpants, and they have big and tall there, so I was at the Hobby Lobby next door, so I ran in there to get Garrett sweatpants. Oh, there we go. And that's where I ran into her. Because, you know, I got them sweatpants, and I was walking up to the cash register. You know, I had to check out, see if there was anything for me. You know this. There wasn't, but I looked. Christmas on the inside, Halloween on the, yeah, that's, I hear a lot of people say that, like, especially, creators and stuff, that's what they'll do. Especially because I think some people have homeowners associations that won't allow them to decorate before a certain time. So I've just, see how I've greened up the inside? Like, right? So now let's go in with some flowers. So I already got my hair done today. So now I have like all the little flyaways, because you know she blow dried it. Then I had the fan on because there's so many fruit flies that I didn't want the fruit flies. So I got the fan and the flyaways, like, I'm just like, ah! So I'm sorry, friends. It's supposed to be like a good hair day, but, oh, I'm eating it. It's tickling my face. It's all the struggles. These fruit flies, I'm telling you, they're almost like apocalyptic. I've never seen fruit flies this bad. I threw away 2 days ago, they started. I threw away all the fruit, all the bananas. I've been keeping the oranges. I know better. I've been keeping the oranges in the refrigerator, all of that. Like there's nothing. So then I was like, so then I was putting bleach in the drains still. Then, so now I've done the whole Dawn dish soap with the apple cider vinegar or whatever. And then of course I have those little bug spray things too, but I hate doing those, you know, especially around like your food and stuff like that. I don't know. Anyway, such is life. We have a lot of fruit flies. Hobby Lobby next door. Oh, and then you need to go, yeah! Right? Just an at-home, a Hobby Lobby, a Michael's, a TJ Maxx, like just all the things. All right, so we're going in with some of these dahlias. I love dahlias, especially in this look. I think that the look of the dahlia, the way that the flower is, I think looks so good with the look of the dried palm and the way that it fans out. I think they just complement each other so nicely. All right, so let's go there. I'm using no ribbon on this piece. Okay, and then we'll go in the middle with some of this cream. And I actually get some of my dahlias right on Amazon. They're decent. These I got from General Wholesale, but I do like some of Amazon's dahlias. So this, because it came from General Wholesale, I have some of these small pieces too that we'll be using. But then I also have some of these colored small roses that we'll be using too. All right, so I'm gonna bring this over here. Where's my other? I had 2 cream. Oh, there it is. I was like, oh, I know I had 2. I wanted 2. Yeah, I'm gonna bring that there, and then probably keep those together. Probably this will be, yep, that's probably what I'll do. Wait, no, I don't know. Hold on, let me see. No, I like it like that. And then we'll separate that with some of the, like this in the middle. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Crew was funny. He wouldn't go into Kohl's with me. He wouldn't go into, we ordered sushi. So I went and picked up sushi. He certainly didn't want to go in there. But when I went into Hobby Lobby, he was like, and I'm going in. I was like, I love it. You're just like your mother. All right. We'll bring this here. I'm gonna bring this up a little bit. There we go. And now we'll go in between. So here's what we've got. It's like a cluster of the flowers, right? So now let's go in between those. Let's brighten up some of these areas with some of this. You hear him out there telling Garrett some stuff. Taylor came over today and hung out with him for a little while. He was telling him some stuff too. He has something. All right. So Mason, what time you got to get up tomorrow? What time you got to be there? You do those craft shows bright and early. Are you up when the rooster crows? Okay. I'll like that. And then we'll go in with some of these. And then I've had these out, I don't know how many projects. Every once in a while I'll use it, but I'm gonna bring it in. I'm gonna use its little pops of these blue pampas. It's like a flocked pampas. So we'll bring this in. This will add, I think, some interest. Like that. There we go. It's got to grab. I'm going to make sure, right? There we go. All right, and then let's take this one over on this side. That, I'm liking that. Let's, I can definitely tell it needs something up here. I can't get too carried away because I don't have much of it. And we've got to do this end too. So I'm gonna go in up, oh, we're gonna take the price tag off. We're gonna take the price tag off. I'm gonna go in up here. There we go. Okay, I like that. Right? Just flew off. I think it was a price tag. All right, and so then we'll take those pieces of pampas down here. Stuff reminds me almost like coral. You're hoping you do well. I am guessing that you will do great, Mason. Your work is beautiful. I know that it's unique. I know that. Right? They're not going to see it from any other vendor there. Just make sure that you are like not sitting in the, don't sit behind your booth and like stare at your phone or anything. Even if you're shy, stand out and like try to greet people and say hello, right? Like people are more prone to stop and engage with you and stuff like that. And you don't have to be like a hard sell. Just say hello. Good morning. Hello. How are you? If they do stop and you don't know what to say, sometimes just saying things like, what brings you here? Like, what are you looking for? Like, what are they shopping for? And it might not have anything to do with you, but you're just bringing on a conversation that gets them talking. So, you got this. You got this. And did you take some stuff to make? Show off how stinking talented you are. Be like, I didn't buy this on Temu. I made this. What is it that TikTok? I made this with my hands. If you really want to be funny, you can have your phone out and be like, smile, you're on candid camera. You're gonna do great. Hey Ginger, what's up, lady? Michelle said her 9-year-old likes going into crafts. Oh, I love that, Michelle. Doesn't it make it so much easier to spend money when they're with you? Because then you can be like, he wanted a do. That's what I say for Crew. What Crew wanted a diamond painting? Heather, that diamond painting was $120. It was 90 of it. I needed some hot glue. Just kidding. I would never use my kid for excuses of retail spending. Ever. I totally have. I'm gonna own it. I've totally used my kid as retail spending excuses. And don't let Crew say he likes something. Oh, I gotta get that. Oh, I gotta get that. He likes that. He likes this. He likes this. He says it's gonna look great on him. In fact, while we were walking around Hobby Lobby tonight, Crew declared that I needed a new Christmas tree. I said, let there be light. I sure dang do. I said, you need to mention that around your father. He said, okay. I think you need a new tree. I said, I think I do too. All right, let's sprinkle these last little bits in. All right, we're gonna bring this one up over here. And friends, I might add a little bit of this cream now that we've really saged her up, but this is it. This is it. I'm gonna add a little bit of cream. We've added a whole lot of sage in there, but look at that. Isn't that beautiful? So we're gonna see how you can see a lot of the sage around the outside. So we're just gonna add a couple of spots of cream. We're good. We're good. I think I'm gonna go in more with the yeah, that's my boy. That is my boy. I love that child. Gosh, I love him. He told me that too when we were riding home. He said he has a little YouTube phone on, his little blanket on. He was sitting there and he said, I love spending time with you. I said, I love you spending time with me too. I'm not crying. So he has a way of like giving you a little compliment when you're not expecting it at all, and you know that he really means it because he doesn't fake any of it. Because he could care less. He could really care less. So when he says it, he really means it. So then that's when it's like it just like hits you. You're like, ah. Or at least I am. All right, a little bit of this up here too. As I think, oop, I leaned a little too hard. I put my back into it. And you like, I know, and then it warms my little heart right up. I said, no, you didn't. No, you didn't. Because it might have been, could have been two that I bought. I didn't buy him stuff. But nah, I think he meant it. I'm just playing. All right, let's go over here and thicken that little spot up too. And then let's just look and see if there's any holes. I feel like here and here. So let me thicken this spot up there and there, and I I think we're golden. I think we are. And we've done yet another, a BOHO BadA, a Friday. So last week we did a swag. That's actually for Robin. Robin's swag. Didn't we do Robin's swag last week? Yeah, I think we did. All right, so I'm gonna take one here and one here, right in there and there. And that had more of like a farmhouse lean to it. That plaid gave it a little bit of a farmhouse feel. And this is much more like, I can definitely see this at like a wedding. Excuse me. This could also be really nice for like a beachy cottage. Something like that. Because you could, if you could add like a seashell, like a starfish up here. Definitely has. All right, I love this, and I don't think it needs another thing. So there you go. So see how easy we put together, just on a swag base, right? And so you don't even see the ficus, right? But it blends in. It's got the color, and then there you go. So now it can hang this way. It can hang this way. You can hang off to the side. So this is where that's the versatility of it, right? So you can imagine like if this was like a sofa area, it could hang over top of it evenly. You can hang it like off to the side. And then if it was on like an arch or something like that. So this is where our pillar, I mean, this is the versatility. So what I'm gonna do to the back of this, we did this last week too. I'm gonna show you. So what I'll do is, because I don't know how they're gonna hang it, and the whole point is that it is versatile, is that we're gonna make hanging points. One from the end, one from here, one from here, right? From each side. And so I'm just gonna use the pine tines that are already here. There's no need, these are perfect. So I'm just gonna twist these, okay? And what I like to do is to make sure that they're kind of almost where, you know, a nice hanging point, right? All right, this isn't bad. I'm going to show you how we're going to mark those, but for now we're just tying them off. All right, so we have these two on the side. Let's do one on the end. This one's good for the end. And we're just bread tying them off and leaving them in a hoop. See? Same down here. This is good enough. Okay. Now, so you have your 4 hanging points. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, I take colored pipe cleaners. Just so, for me, my customer can see them. Right? They're not going to serve any other purpose other than identifying the hoop. And the reason being is because it's an evergreen base, so it's really, really easy to lose where that hoop is. Now, if you are making this for yourself, you don't need to mark it because you will remember what you did. But if you're selling it or gifting it, they are not going to know because they didn't make it. And they all blend together, and they're not going to be knowing to look for, you know, just an evergreen hook. So make it obvious by wrapping around a color pipe cleaner like this. So that's what I do. All right, so just go and tie it off, and I'll weave it around. So nothing rocket science. So I won't do the other two, so you don't have to watch me right now do them. I'll do them when we're done, but I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna finish off the back, because as you can see these stems, right? So let me hold this up so that you can see this. All right, so now you can see how I did 2 of them, and I'm gonna do the same thing and repeat it for the other ones. But do you see now how you can tell that that's a hanging hook because there's a pink tie on it, right? Okay, so now I'm laying it down gently. There is dried palm. Don't put pressure. It will crack. All right, so I use this 4-inch burlap ribbon. I get this from Amazon. Absolutely love this stuff. It is so stinking economical. And the wire is amazing. It's good, like good wire. Okay, so you see all these stems. Now if I have anything that's like crazy sticking up, I trim it down. If I feel like something like this is loose, I give it a little shot of glue, and you're not gonna have to worry about that because when you see what I do with the burlap, so anything like that, I just put glue down, so I'm not gonna be crazy and run my hand over it, but anything that would poke out. Okay, now I take this, and this is now going to not only camouflage those stems, but like what you saw, that one that was a little bit loose, now this is, it's not, it's gonna bind to this. Bind, I think. Yeah, okay. Here is where that hook is. That hanging hook, right? Thank you. I appreciate that. And so all I do now is just line this with hot glue. Now be careful because I'm using this burlap ribbon and it's porous, so it will burn ya. But I give this a nice whopping lots of hot glue like that, and then just be careful to not burn yourself. So I've still got my hook, right? I'm not covered up any of my hooks. And so now, I'm still being careful. I know I got that dried palm on the other side of it. To see how it's porous and this kind of came through. But now you have a nice solid back with 4 hanging points for your swag, and so that way they don't see any of the stems, and it's nice and smooth for their wall. It won't hurt anything, and it just looks pretty. And so there you go. Yeah. How to be a BOHO BadA. So there you go. Y'all are going to be making your swags and stuff for these weddings. I can see it. I can see it. All right, so next Friday, I don't know what we're doing next Friday. If you have any ideas of something that you want to see, or something that you've seen and have been inspired by and would love to see how you might put it together, let me know. But other than that, I'll come up with something by next Friday. So thank you so much. Do you have any questions? Thanks, Mason. This is, yeah, well, no, it's not on a teardrop swag base. This is on one of those swag bases. So here we go. This is Debbie. Oh, no, Debbie said that. Oh, Robin. Michelle asked. Okay, so Robin, I'm sorry, Michelle. This is on one of those swag bases. I don't know if you saw, can't remember if I covered that in the crew, but there's these swag bases that you can buy that are, they're only about this long. You can get them at Craft Outlet. They're like $5, maybe like $5.25 or something like that. And when they show them on Craft Outlet, it looks like the center of it is cinched and they just kind of go out like this. When you get them, there is stuff, you know, there's little pine ties in the middle too, but that's what it looks like. It's just very small, and it's meant for you to make some type of a swag that like maybe would be over a mantle or something like that. So it's meant to be like a small swag base that you would build off of, and it only comes in green evergreen, or that's all I've ever seen. But they're only like this big. So that's it's very small. You can see how tiny it is. Like literally the swag base is as long as that burlap. It's small. So I hope that helps. But they're real inexpensive. But I love to use them for things like this. Probably wouldn't use them for a door swag because of the amount of weight that normally I would put on something like that. But works for this. You're welcome, you're welcome. Well, thank you, Debbie, for coming in. And Mel, thanks. And Lori, Michelle, Mason, all my friends. I really appreciate you being here. Robin, I really appreciate you. Ginger. So, hope you enjoy this, and I'll get a picture of this tomorrow. And thanks for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it on this Friday night. So I'm gonna get a cup of coffee and I'm gonna turn on my music and I'm gonna hop on over to the other platform. I'm gonna make this other swag. We'll see what happens. Oh my word. Alrighty. Thanks, friends. Happy Friday.